The Space Wolves, also known as the Vulca Fenrica, or Wolves of Fenris, are one of the most unique and fierce Space Marine chapters in Warhammer. They were the Emperor's 6th Legion, known for their unyielding nature, feral culture, and intense loyalty to their Primarch, Leman Russ, the Wolf King. Hailing from the icebound death world of Fenris, they embraced the raw, savage power of their home, rejecting strict imperial doctrines in favor of strength, honor, and kinship, embodying the spirit of wolves in their hunt for victory. During the Unification Wars, the 6th Legion was composed of brutal and unorthodox warriors handpicked by the Emperor to eliminate those too dangerous or defiant to bend to his will. Known as the Emperor's executioners even then, the early Space Wolves were deployed to crush resistance on Old Terra, using their reputation as feral warriors who brought swift, overwhelming force to any battlefield. They emphasized close quarters combat, fighting with an intensity that matched the harsh, survivalist culture from which they hailed, seeing themselves not just as soldiers, but as the Emperor's chosen hunters and enforcers. The Emperor eventually found Leman Russ on Fenris, where he had been raised among wolves and humans alike, rising to lead the tribes through strength and wisdom. Russ challenged the Emperor himself in a series of trials before accepting him, proving himself as both warrior and leader. Upon their reunion, Russ took command of the 6th Legion, imbuing them with the ethos of Fenris and molding them into a legion that combined the Emperor's discipline with Fenrisian savagery. Under Russ, the Legion evolved, adopting traditions and rituals that honored both Fenrisian values and their loyalty to the Emperor. The Space Wolves military doctrine is a blend of ferocity and tactical cunning, emphasizing direct engagement and rapid assault tactics. Unlike many legions, the Wolves disdain rigid hierarchy, operating in flexible great companies led by Jarls, who hold great autonomy. Their forces include specialized warrior types such as the Bloodclaws, who are young and aggressive warriors, Grey Hunters, who are their seasoned fighters, and Longfangs, who represent their veteran-heavy support. Their strategies favor close quarters combat and skirmishing, often using ambushes, overwhelming frontal assaults, and berserker charges. The Space Wolves eschew the Codex Astartes, following instead the guidance of the Wolf Priests and the traditions of Fenrisian sagas. During the Horus Heresy, the Space Wolves played a pivotal role as the Emperor's enforcers, dispatched to bring rogue legions to heel. Most notably, they were sent to Prospero to end the perceived heretical practices of the Thousand Sons, leading to a catastrophic battle that destroyed Prospero and created a bitter rivalry with the Thousand Sons. Although isolated by this role, the Space Wolves fought valiantly against Horus's traitors through the heresy, enduring heavy losses and proving themselves as one of the Emperor's most loyal forces during the Siege of Terra. In the aftermath of the heresy, during the Great Scouring, the Space Wolves continued their relentless pursuit of traitors, hunting down those who had betrayed the Imperium. Yet, after receiving a mysterious vision, Leman Russ gathered his closest warriors and embarked on a quest, disappearing from Imperial records. His absence left the chapter in mourning, yet they continued his legacy under the leadership of Bjorn the Fell-Handed, who became the first Great Wolf. Russ's disappearance gave rise to the tradition of the Great Hunt, an epic quest undertaken by the Wolves to find their lost Primarch. In the 41st millennium, the Space Wolves remain one of the Imperium's most revered and feared chapters. Led by the Great Wolf Logan Grimnar, they continue to defy convention, operating outside of Codex regulations and embracing the warrior spirit of Fenris. The Wolves are defenders of the Imperium's northern territories, famously clashing with the forces of chaos and other threats emerging from the Eye of Terror. They are staunchly independent, mistrusting both of the Inquisition and other chapters that impose rigid doctrines, yet they remain unwaveringly loyal to the Emperor. The Space Wolves embody the savage nobility and fierce independence of the Primarch, Leman Russ. While they differ greatly from the other chapters, their loyalty to the Emperor and the Imperium is unquestionable, and their warrior spirit endures in countless sagas, inspiring new generations of wolves to hunt, fight, and protect humanity's northern frontier.